fine girls have joined gang. I know the good boys have joined gang. All the fine girls have joined gang. I know the good boys have joined gang. You are taking a drink, smoking cigarettes, wearing all black, bad gang, keeping late nights, putting on dress.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Minia Faith Dewey, like you guys already know. And those of you who don't know, welcome back to Dewey Diaries, or those of you who are just new, welcome to Dewey Diaries. Okay, now before I start from everything, before I start rambling and going on and on, I just want to give a little disclaimer. Like, I know at the beginning of my YouTube video I must have said that I was going to do like some makeup tutorials, but things have changed, plans have changed, and I don't think I'm going to be doing any makeup videos. I have a very good reason for that, and I'm going to actually say the reason before I carry on. Reason is that there are a lot of makeup videos already, and one, I'm not a professional makeup artist. Like, I only know how to do makeup on my face, and even that one is not that much of a huge big deal or anything. So I feel like I'd rather just leave the makeup tutorials for the pros, the YouTube pros, to get on with it and do their things, because I'm not much of a pro. Anyways, that aside, from the video title you can tell we're going to be talking about fuckboys. I'm so excited. I'm excited because I've had a lot of them in my life. So there's a lot of stories involved to be told. But today, the first story I'm going to tell you is not really my story. It's more like a story I know about someone I know, so it's not really my gist, and put it that way. But anywho's, I'm gonna say to make you guys happy because it's a funny story. At the end of the story, I'm gonna say a little something because obviously I like to talk and I have some views about fuckboys and fuckboy relationships, and relationships with fuckboys. Beginning of the story, it's about a boy and a girl. Okay, so let's say the boy's name is Bobby and the girl's name is Bernice. Okay, let's just say Bobby and Bernice. Okay, just for the sake of I'm not gonna just start what's the word? I'm not going to start talking about people with their real names in public for the whole world to know. So nope, I'm not going to be a sly like that. Anywho's, from the beginning, so Bobby met Bernice in a club. Like, they went clubbing. Actually, they went clubbing separately, and then they met each other. They were grinding on each other, doing the usual stuff you do in the club. And before I say this, I need to tell you guys that me being me, obviously there are going to be some dramatic effects, but everything I say is actually what actually went down. So Bobby met Bernice in at a club, and they were grinding, they were filling themselves up, and then they went back home. They went back to Bobby's house that night and they had sex. So having the sex and everything, they didn't just do it. It wasn't just a one-time thing of, oh, I just met this guy at the club and I had sex with him. It was more like a frequent thing. They kept on doing it over and over again. So Bobby had like plans to go, to Nigeria, because he's Nigerian. Okay, he's Nigerian. Most of the fuckboys seems to be Nigerian, but yeah. Anyways, Bobby had to go back to Nigeria, to his hometown, for the summer. And before he left, he was like, oh, that he needs to see her before he goes. And then she came to visit him, and when she came she gave him the bummest ass sex of his life. Like, my guy was describing the sex like it was a movie he was watching. She gave him like some deep ass sex, and when he got back to Nigeria, he kept on thinking about the sex. Now, he was thinking about the sex, and in his head is going like, I can't actually let this girl be in UK without me and have other than mandems being around her pee with that kind of sex and that kind of ass. Like, and I've got to cuff it. So while he was in Nigeria, he cuffed her. Bearing in mind, the reason for this cuffing is due to the bomb-ass sex, the bomb-ass goodbye sex my girl gave to him. Anywho's, Bobby and Bernice started dating, like normal couples would do. They started dating while Bobby was in Nigeria, and then Bobby came back to London, or not London, he came back to the UK in general to continue his education like any normal child would. When he came back, the first day they met, they did their kinny again, they did their fucking ish and whatever, and then what happened? Oh yeah, so that weekend, or that week, Bobby must have been spending lots of nights at Bernice's house. So he decided, I'm gonna keep my toothbrush in this girl's house. Okay, so when he kept his toothbrush at her place and left, my girl was all hyped about it, like, oh my god, my guy's keeping his toothbrush here as the start of something new, High School Musical shit, we're about to get real, shit's about to get down, and bloody blah. So that evening she called him and he didn't pick up her calls. And she saw on his Snapchat that he had some next chick in his room, and she knew him and this next chick, they used to screw. So being the girl that she is, you know, the hyper somebody that she is, she went to his apartment to see what was going on, what was up, you know. And then when she got there, she saw this girl on his bed. No, she saw the brother coming to open the door for her with just boxers, and she saw the girl on his bed looking like sex. Like, did I miss something? My girl was pissed, like, what's going on? Why is this happening? And then instead of my brother to apologize, instead of Bobby to apologize to his girlfriend for catching him cheating on her, he just walked out of the room and went gym. Can you guys just take a moment to just analyze what just happened? I'm catching you cheating on me, and you're not saying you're sorry, you're not giving an excuse, you're not even blaming the devil, you're going gym. Okay. So he went gym, and my girl was in the room talking to the girl her boyfriend cheated on her with. If I was the girl, he would have been my ex, but he wasn't her ex, he was still her boyfriend. So she was talking to the girl like, did you not know we're dating, bloody 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 blah, what kind of slut are you, all them normal girl gra. Anywho's last the girl said to calling him, why did you leave the house, what's wrong with you, Bobby, come back here. You know how girls are and their drama and everything. So last the guy the next day, the next day, yes, the guy apologized to the girl the next day. And sorry guys, I'm Belgian, sorry. And after the guy apologized to the girl, they got back together. And I'm thinking, if he's gonna do this to you less than a week of you guys actually dating together, why would you want to go back to him? Like, I don't judge people who cheat. Like, I'm not one to judge at all. But if you're gonna cheat on me, it best be a relationship whereby we've been together for time. It's too early for you to cheat. Like, it's a 1 week long relationship, so it's too, in my opinion though, it's too early to cheat. But he did, and she took him back because that's what you do. Anywho, so they got back together, and my nigga kept on sleeping with other people. He had like other side bitches. Now, why he had the side bitches, my sister in the Lord knew of this girl. She knew of some of them, but she chose to turn a deaf eye because she was so in love with this guy that she decided to be blind to his faults, like blind to the obvious faults in the things he was doing. So let me just fast forward to the main epistle of all the accumulated problems. Now, this girl, his friends, the guy, Bobby's friends, like his close best friends, his best mates, have told this girl, this boy is not worth it, you're worth so much more, like he's gonna keep doing this, it's just the way he is, he's a fuckboy, he doesn't want to live the lifestyle, and he's not going to live the lifestyle. But she just had it in her mind that he was gonna be a good person, a better person for her, so no one was gonna change that because that was how she was rolling. Fast forward a little bit to the main event, okay? So this guy's still sleeping with this white girl, and the white girl was giving him some bomber sex, like it was some good sex, and they had a good vibe as well. So he was feeling her more than he was feeling his girlfriend. Now his girlfriend Bernice didn't know about the white girl. She didn't know about the white girl. So one day she came to his house to see him, and you know how you have like apartments in London or in UK in general, whereby the down door has like, you have to have like a key to open it, and then the room itself you have to have the key itself to open it. So normally when you're downstairs you press the buzzer, that's how it works, and then you call the room you want to go visit, and then they come down, they open it from the room or wherever, depends on the system you use or whatever. So she didn't buzz him, she just came in through the door because the door was open. Like someone had, you know when someone just opens the door for you and then you're like, oh thank you, you go in. That's what happened. So she just literally buzzed in and came in. She didn't buzz in, so he didn't know she was coming. So when she was at his door, like in front of his flipping door, that was when she then knocked, and then he came to open the door thinking it was fucking delivery. Like my nigga was expecting pizza. He came to open the door with his sex mood, sex body, agitated, everything on point, standing, and she looked at him like, what's going on? And she tried to come in, but he blocked the door. classy boy girl. I'm coming to my boyfriend's house and he's blocking the door from me. Like, what kind of craze is doing you? I'm so confused. Like, anywho's, it's not me, so it would have been a crazy day if it was me, because nah, it's not happening. Anywho's, he blocked the door from her, and then she was like, what's going on? Oh shit. She was like, what's going on, Bobby, I want to come in. And he then told her she should leave, that if she doesn't leave, he was going to call a security on her. This is a real event. Your boyfriend has a side bitch inside the house and she's telling you to leave or else he will call the security on you. Like, this is a real life kingy. It's happening. And my girl was shocked. You know when you know somebody just slaps you in your face like boom. Like, she couldn't believe it actually just happened to her. So he was talking and then she could see the girl, like the light-skinned white girl in the house. And she was like, what's going on, Bobby? What's going on? Blah blah blah. You know how girls are, and rubbish and rubbish and rubbish. Last she shall left because the guy wasn't about to let her go in. And after she left, she did not get the memo that this relationship isn't going well. And then my guy had to tell this girl that he wanted to break up with her. I'm so sorry, but if you're the one cheating on me, why would you really want to break up? Like, she was so stuck on the fact that they had to be together that even when this happened, she didn't see it as a sign to leave. She saw it as a sign to keep fighting. Like, she told the guy, I will do whatever it takes to keep you. Whatever this white girl is doing, I will do it for you 10 times better. Like, I will buy you food, take you out, spend on you. Like, what would make you in your right senses say that to a guy? Like, is he putting a ring on it? Did he bring you to the world? Is he in any way, form or shape paying your school fees? Like, I was so confused when I heard this. Like, why would you tell anyone that? Like, nobody deserves that much from you. Like, okay, you know what? I should first of all say, at this age, you shouldn't be putting that much effort to anything or to anyone, because boys would come and boys would go. You need to understand this. Like, unless you're dealing with a man, but boys, they would come and they would go because they're boys and that's what they do. This girl had it in her head that if she could promise the whole world to this boy, he was gonna stay. But baby, he did not stay because he wasn't ready to be cuffed. Okay, so yeah. Anyways, that's the end of the story, and I'm going to say a few words before I actually end the entire video because I'm trying to be really fast, because the first video I did of this same story it was 20 minutes long and it took almost 2 days and it still did not upload, so I had to do a new one and make it a little bit shorter. Before I do this, I should say, girls and boys, if boys are watching, girls most importantly, you guys need to understand that if a guy is a fuckboy, no matter how perfect a lady you are, no matter how beautiful you are not going to change that from him. It's a choice. If he doesn't want to change, he's not going to change because there's always someone prettier. So if he's going into a relationship with you based on the fact that you want him to change, it's not going to work. He has to be the one who wants to change his lifestyle. Okay, and you guys need to understand that we're too young to lose sleep over guys. Like, I don't know how to stress this too much. Like, okay, let me just say this. If you're the kind of girl who wants to, you know, have a relationship with a guy, like, you want to, you know, he's a, let's say for instance, you know he's a fuckboy and you still want to do stuff for him, you know, let's be blunt, and you want to do stuff for him, do it, but don't catch feelings. Like, don't let your feelings get involved, because you're going to be alone in the night crying and he's going to be out clubbing with his friends, because that's just how messed up life is. Like, I'm very serious. Growing up, I've had a lot of boy issues and boy, you know, trauma, not trauma per se, but boy things. Like, I've had a lot of experiences, more likely, with boys, and right now I'm at this stage in my life where I don't really care. Like, I strongly, let me emphasize on this, strongly, I strongly believe that boys are not worth it. Like, I like them. I have a lot of male friends. My best friend is male. I have a lot of, you know, siblings that like cousins around me that are boys. Don't get me wrong, but right now I'm not trying to go into a relationship thinking to change someone, because it's never going to work out, because everyone's going to be who they want to be. you have to wait for someone to be willing to change for you. Secondly, you guys should not take shit from them. Don't. If you're not the one giving the shit, then don't take it. Like, you need to understand that if someone tries fooling you once and you accept it, they're gonna try again. That's not stopping them from trying again, because that's what human beings do. It's just like me trying to play someone for a fool the first time and the person goes and it works out. I would want to do it again. Not that I'm a bad person, it's just that I'm human, and that's what we do as human beings. We just fuck shit up. Literally, that's it. So my advice is just try and stay away from this idea of them, you know, changing for you, because it's not gonna happen. Like, if you're gonna get with a fuckboy, don't get your feelings mixed in the situation. What I do, let me just use myself as a very honest example. If I'm gonna be with a fuck guy and I know he's a fuckboy, I'm not gonna get my feelings involved in it. And if my feelings are involved, or if my feelings get close to being involved, cut it. Like, it's off. Bye bye. Nice to meet you. See you some other time. Like, I don't have time to waste for that, because one, it's not gonna go nowhere. Like, it's legitly not gonna go even. Don't get me wrong, I would talk to you after some weeks, when I realize that, you know, my head is clear and I'm off my feelings. I will talk to you, but for the meantime, I've got to go work on me and cut these feelings and cut them out, cut it off, you know, because it's not going to help me in the long run. Because at the end of the day, he's going to come get what he wants and he's going to leave to the next one, because that's just what being a fuckboy is all about. So you might as well just stay clear of them in general than getting yourself involved in them and telling yourself that. Besides, if you're going to get involved with a fuckboy, then get involved with lots of other people. Like, let me explain one thing people fail to understand. If you're talking to one guy, you get really attached to that one guy. It's bound to happen, because he's giving you all the attention, he's giving you all the talk, the lovey-dovey talks and everything. You're bound to get attached to that one guy. However, if you're talking to a lot of other guys, your feelings are kind of everywhere. So it's really, I'm not saying be a hoe, no. I'm just saying, if you're going to be talking to a fuckboy, you might as well have someone else you're talking to, so you don't ever depend on him and pour all your emotions and everything in one basket, because it's not going to work, okay? Don't. Like, maybe it works for some people, and I hate this idea of everyone trying to be a Twitter couple. Like, I don't understand it. Like, everyone wants to have a story that goes up on Twitter. Like, they want to be, oh, I met my bae off Twitter. That's not for everyone, okay? Some stories are cute, some stories are just not your calling. We can't all have the same life story, we can't all have the same life path and everything. You need to understand that sometimes if you're doing one thing and it's not working out for you, try something else, okay? You don't need to be stuck in one particular thing all your life. It's kind of boring. You get me, you get me, you get me. Anywho, guys, this is the end of my fuckboy story. I actually have a lot of other stories to actually talk about, but then I just wanted to know if you guys are cool with me doing story times. So you guys should do let me know if you guys are cool with that. Like, you know, you can like the story, you can like the video to prove it, or you can comment something. I don't know, you do you. Anywho's, and I would also love to bring a suggestion. So my friend Bobson, I have to give credit to who credit is due. He gave me like a really cool idea of doing like a straight videos, like going out and talking about a topic, a specific topic with people outside and getting their opinions. Now, I actually find it really a really like interesting and good thing to do with a YouTube channel. It's kind of different because a lot of people just stay in their room and do the same thing over and over again. So I think it's kind of different to actually go out on the field and actually talk to people. So I wanted you guys to let me know rather how you guys think about it, like if you guys think it's a good idea, if you guys think I should go it, if you guys think I should just sit my ass back at home and just video from right here. Just let me know, okay? Anywho, thanks for watching, guys. Please do like, subscribe and share with your friends, and also please, very please avoid the fuckboys. They're not going to help you grow. Like, you need to, right now you need to be bothered about your nails, your lashes, your hair, your highlighters. Like that should be your main concern. Leave them alone. They would come and they would go. Wait for the men. When they grow, they would come and they will marry you. Don't stress yourself. Just sit back. I'm chatting shit, guys. Don't mind me. Have a lovely time, and please, I do hope you liked the video.